What up, baby boys, baby girls? I think I got linky hair in my beard. Nope, that's just the white hair. I'm just getting old. Cool, cool. Perfect. I'm just an old man. All right, guys, let's see who shows up. I'm going to turn on the chat because I was recording on OBS and I removed the chat box. Let's see. Turning live chat on. We'll see who shows up to the Saturday T3 Q&A. Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. Legendary Kingston, Clockwork, Certified T3 Bot. What up, dude? Long time no see, man. Mayank from India. Mike Kalustian, Certified T3 Bot and Moderator. Be on your best behavior. Will, yo, what's up? Car Guy, what up, dude? Jeffrey Oshimbo from Virginia. Endless Rage says, hey there, Mr. G. Hope you're in fine fettle. Thank you. Go Hobbs says, hello from Montreal. Armadillo. Hey, Linky's here. He says hello. Mike, Certified T3 Bot. Aaron's Watches from Scottsdale, AZ in the house. Burning up nice and toasty in that fancy schmancy area of Arizona. Yas from Israel. Blue Bison. Brenman. Dexter. Pulse X Person. Did you buy Pulse X? No. But if you're trying to run ads on my live stream, that's hilarious. No one's ever heard of you and we don't care. EM. Certified T3 Bot. Mentally dysfunctional corgi. Are you a corgi? No. David. What is up? All right. We're going to get into some questions soon. Moderators, get rid of Pulse. He's just spamming the chat with a bunch of BS. Mike, if you're here, just get rid of him. All right, guys. What do we do at the beginning of each Q&A? Well, we have to talk about what we're sipping on. Today I'm sipping on the Perfect Year. Good year, yes. Arrowhead. This is a 1894. A very old bottle. I'm just kidding. That's just the, I guess that's when Arrowhead was established. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sipping on some water. What are you guys sipping on? Let me know, though. Why does G-Shock suck? I don't think it does, dude. Clockwork. Certified Teeth Rot says, been a while. Just working and watching your videos. Hope all is well with you and your fam. Thanks so much, man. So far, so good. No complaints thus far. Now he says, what up, Jory? Stephen Miller says, I hate Rolex. What about you? I tend to like them. Not so much their modern catalog. There's a few modern ones, but, you know, different structure, different folks. Thoughts on the all-new Pelagos Homage watches? You're going to have to give me an example. I don't know. EM, drinking some water. Will, drinking some horchata. Matt Rain, Sprite on my lunch break. Heck yes. Stephen Miller, drinking some red wine. Hani, Suptime Teller from Egypt. I'm rocking your Casio twin sensor today. Dude, heck yeah. Twins. Duke. Yeah, I know. I'm drinking Arrowhead, not motor oil today, but maybe after I can crack open a bottle and have a nice sip. Any independent watch brands in my collection? Currently, no. I used to have a couple Chris Wards, but currently, no. Where's Jody? Is our little Scott joining us? Not today, but he is coming on one of our live streams very soon. But he couldn't do it today. But stay tuned. I'm gonna hype it up on the channel before he shows up. It's not just gonna be a random thing. We're gonna set it all up and everything. Also, guys. What do I want to mention? Well, We've been having a lot of fun on the members only Discord chat. And again, I want to drive home the point that you do get an extra episode each week when you join the channel membership. So if you want to get that green lettering around your name with that little emoji of my face, you got to become a channel member. It's essentially YouTube's Patreon's $4.99 a month. And you get access to the members only Discord chat and an extra piece of content every single week. And you get some early access to the watches that I'm going to be talking about that week. And I'm going to say some things that I might not bring up in the review. So yeah, please click the join button next to the subscribe button and help the channel. Before we go any further, I do want to say, I get it. Not every person can be here on a Saturday morning. I understand people live in different parts of the world. People have families. People are just lazy and don't want to wake up on time. It's fine. Sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to wake up. I was gonna. It's too early for me to do something crazy. In the middle of that bit, I was thinking, how long can I fake cry before people think it's really weird? And I was going to carry it on, but it's too early. So what we're going to do is, we get a few thousand people when this gets uploaded, because YouTube automatically records this and uploads it to the YouTube channel. We get a few thousand people watching it. So from us here in the past, we want to talk to the people in the future and say thank you so much for hanging out with us. We understand that you watch this, listen to this like a podcast when you're doing chores, maybe when you're driving. Please don't watch this while you're driving. Maybe just listen to it. And people kind of treat it like a podcast. So chat, you know what to do. We're gonna wave to the people back home. Please wave, chat. Please acknowledge the people back home that couldn't be here. I'll wait for the chat to start waving. I'm sending a text to my members. Chat's waving. EM. All right, chat's going crazy with the waves. Your M3 versus my chipped Audi Q7. Well, I hate to tell you, my M3 is also chipped and it has cams, and it's, full tune and everything. So if you want to go against me, you can, but my M3 will destroy your Audi. But I apologize. I apologize in advance. Kevin Wong says, T3 is the first watch YouTuber I've ever encountered. I'm honored, man. Thank you for that. That's really cool, actually. I appreciate that. Hopefully, well, you know what? Let's be honest. This channel was probably a gateway drug to a lot of people. I'm like an enabler, and it's kind of like a whole misery loves company thing. Like I'm a terrible watch addict, and like I just wanted other people to also be addicted to watches so I wouldn't have to be addicted alone. He called my name. You're famous. Endless Rage. Dude, I almost had you. Pedro Jose, Time Teller, what's your take on the Timex Expedition? What's your suggestion under $80? Well, I don't know which Timex Expedition you're talking about, because the Expedition series is a very, like, it's one of their biggest series of watches. What I can tell you, let me see. It's always funny Googling myself, because I'm like the first few pages of Google. Okay. Here we go. I'm about to sneeze. Stand by. Thank you. Okay. This watch, this $40 watch changed my opinion of Timex. This is my pick. I forgot what I say in here. This is a weird ad.
Man, the Time Teller. It's time for another unboxing
3 years
and
ago.
review. Now, I'm super excited about today's review because we're going to be taking a look at a watch from a company that in all my years being the Time Teller, over 2 years, I've never had one of their watches
Over 2 years.
Feel
Man, I've been doing
about
this a long
Timex.
time.
Now,
I just
some of
realized.
you guys, very, very special watch to me. This watch was
Look at
given
that.
to me by my dad.
My
This was a
DS2
watch that was
Chrono
given
Olympic.
to him. Teller. Something that's frustrating is right out of the box, immediately, I noticed this up here, and then potentially a scuff going across this subdial. I hope
Naughty, naughty.
it's just a smudge, but it is noticeable enough. You guys told me I would really love
This
this
is
watch.
most replayed
Very
here.
common watch for people that kind of just want to wear a watch.
All right, well,
That's a big
this
deal.
is an Expedition. This is my favorite. This is like one of my favorite Timexes of all time. Their titanium automatic field watch that they came out with not long ago at the end of 2022. Yeah, that's, the best. This guy won the giveaway, Joel. If you're still here, shout out to Joel. Final Fantasy 7 and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Chrono Trigger. That's right. I had them guess my favorite video games. Oh yeah, I got in trouble in this review because where was it? Where is it?
73
This is hilarious.
I can
Everyone
live
got
with
mad at
that.
me.
All right, guys, and now it's time for my absolute.
Let's look at the comments here, by the way. Let's look at all the comments. There are 2 modes for the backlight. Quick press flash mode. The Indiglo function lights up the whole dial when you push the crown. Where is it? More people complained about this. Hold on. This is really funny. A ton of people complained about this. Guys like you reinvigorate my interest in watches. Oh, thanks, man. Easily the best watch channel on YouTube. Heck yes. I appreciate that. Also, I didn't see you use the Indiglo function. You push the crown in. Yeah, Indigo backlight is the coolest feature. The entire flat black dial glows when you push the button. Hi, Linky. It's weird. When this came out, I was inundated with people bitching at me that I did not do Indigo. I up until this point, I had never owned a Timex. So
Favorite part of the episode, the loom shot. Timex Indiglo. Come on, do better. Let me burn this up a little bit more.
oh, this is also before I had a UV torch.
Okay, not the worst I've ever seen, but by far not the best. Vibrantly, so that's my
So
opinion. This
people were upset because I didn't realize the crown is also a button that you push the crown in, and like it's the whole, like literally the whole dial is backlit. It's very, very cool. Will, did you watch the Mario movie? I did actually. Believe it or not, I did. I thought it was dude, is this seriously a white hair? See, this is what I don't like. There's not enough white in my hair that it looks like nicely dispersed. I just get these random little hairs that are white, and it looks like I have like lint in my beard, which is annoying. And I have white cats, so that like I never know if it's actually a white hair or a cat hair. Anyway, I thought the watch, or I thought when I watched the Mario movie, I had very low expectations going into it, so I thought that that was probably beneficial to my overall like feeling of the movie. I guess my biggest issue is that Luigi was a kind of totally take it or leave it character. He literally could have not been there, and it didn't matter. And then Princess Peach was like the really good, like incredibly powerful fighter that could like do the obstacle course incredibly well. And then Mario was kind of like a dolt. And that also didn't make sense to me because it's like, if you're going to do a Mario movie, like Peach is the damsel in distress. Mario is the protagonist that saves the damsel in distress. And Luigi is literally player 2. Like if you're playing Mario on one controller, it's Mario, and if you plug in another controller, it's automatically Luigi. Like you're player 2. He's a pretty big character. And I don't like how he was just totally like he could have been there, he could have not been there, who cares. So it's yeah. But overall, it was a very cute movie, and it was entertaining. So, yeah, that's my take. Great question. Random question. I love the random questions. Tax cut. Streamer, can I be famous too? Yes, you are. Is the new Timex Giorgio Gali worth $4.95? Let's take a look. S1 Automatics 38 millimeters. You're getting an automatic movement. That's actually somewhat decorated. I mean, decently decorated with a skeletonized rotor. 50-meter water resistant rating. Sapphire crystal. It looks very nice. The most Timex ever made. I don't know if I agree with that. Our Milan-based design director, Giorgio Gali. We asked him to create the most Timex. It is very nice looking. I feel like it doesn't have to be nearly this much money, though. No, I wouldn't say nearly this much money. You know what? I think this could be a $350 watch, and it would be fine. $4.95. I'd cut it down $100 at least. Good boy, Link. Thank you for your input. Yep, we're talking about watches, Linky. Reading more questions. If I ever go silent, it's because I'm reading comments and questions, guys. Nico Leonard collab episode would be mega. Yeah, dude. That guy's almost as crazy as me. So, yeah, I'm down. Good morning, Kaiser. What's going on? Stephen Miller. Bought Tudor root beer. Waited a year. Lovely watch, though. What's your opinion on Tudor, please? Oh, my gosh. My relationship with Tudor, Steven, I'm assuming you're a fairly new viewer. My relationship with Tudor has been incredibly complicated and tumultuous at times. I started out really not liking them because they only produce Black Bays. Black Bay, Black Bay, Black Bay, Black Bay. And it got kind of boring. And what really did it for me was when they did a essentially botched release of their Pepsi GMT. They released it so that it could be released alongside the release of the Rolex Pepsi on a Jubilee in stainless steel. And that was the year that like Pepsi across the board just took off. Like every watchmaker, even Glycine was coming out with a Pepsi bezel watch. So what the issue was they released that GMT and there was a borderline recall on it that Tudor did not really address. But for people in the know, that those watches were having a really big issue. And I was like, yeah, this is stupid. I'm sick of this watchmaker. And then they got rid of the North Flag, which was like their only super duper interesting watch. But then they kind of redeemed themselves because the reissue of the Ranger was really, really cool, and I got to review that, and I wore it for a couple weeks, and it was awesome. And then the downsizing of the Pelagos, yes, it's not a full-fledged Pelagos, but it's still a great watch, and I think that they're actually moving in the right direction a little bit. So it's hard to say, right? It's hard to say. Are they my favorite watchmaker? No. But do I hate them as much as I once did? Also, no. So right now they're on my good list, but they could switch. They could switch back into the naughty list, or they could do something incredible, and then I will love them. But so far, they're, everything's good. Dean's here, certified T3 bot, so hopefully we can get a rant going at some point. Why do most reviewers ignore weight? That's the only stat that's never covered. Well, if you look at some of my reviews, I actually do break out my little postage scale, and I do weigh it. But it's only when the watch is supremely light or feels supremely heavy. If it's neither of those extremes, that I can feel it on the wrist as being discernibly light or discernibly heavy, there's really no point for us to weigh them. That's just how it is. If it's, for instance, using materials that are super heavy, like gold, I would weigh that. Or if it's just a big honking, like the Zelos Abyss 2 was a 2,000 meter water resistance rating, crazy diver. And it was like a gauntlet on my wrist. Of course, I'm going to weigh that because it felt super heavy and it was insane. And I believe it was bronze also. And then like some titanium watches, I've weighed because it's incredibly light. But everything in between, if it's not discernibly in the extremes, I don't really feel the need to review it. But that's not to say that that's not an important metric. I'm just saying that's kind of how I do my channel. Mike, the moderator, has Jory's I Love Tudor episode linked if you want to watch that. Pete Bates with the super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Mike Certified Teeter Rot says lug to lug is the most important measurement. Prove me wrong. You're absolutely right. You are 100% right. The biggest indicator, right, and the most important metric to tell you how a watch will wear on your wrist is the lug to lug. Okay? That is what's going to tell you how much real estate the watch is taking up on your wrist. Now, there's another side to this, though. The number one metric that's going to tell you how cumbersome the watch is the thickness. So, most people only really care about the diameter. I'm going to tell you right now, the lug to lug and the thickness are more important than the diameter. Weird, right? That's just my take. I've been doing this for a few years. I literally measure watches day in and day out multiple times a day. That's my take. Every watch enthusiast can disagree, and that's perfectly fine. Aaron's watches need one butthole dial comment in this chat. Makes my day. That's true. What a terrible design fad that is coming about. I wish it was not a thing. Sad Matt, certified teeth rot. Ugh. Just got back working my first construction job. Congratulations, brother. David just joined. I discovered there's a whole line of Casio SGW dual sensor watches. Have you tried any others? Or are you planning on to get any others? I am planning on getting some others. Right now, I am so smitten with this one that I'm probably going to try to track down another and buy it just so that I can have another on deck. But I am going to buy some of these other twin sensors because they're just so badass. Captain Torres, certified T3 bot, says, I originally came to this channel when you tore apart MVMT, but would you tear apart a brand like that again? It was fun to watch. Yes, if you guys can send me a watch, like, here's what's interesting. Thankfully, these Instagram watch companies aren't as prominent or prevalent anymore. When I was first starting on YouTube, it seems like there was this boom of Instagram watchmakers where they were big on social media, and it was kind of dumb. If you guys can send me some names or some pages or a website or whatever from one of these companies, I'll definitely do another brand assessment. I loved doing those episodes. I absolutely loved doing those episodes. But here's what's fun. Okay, Dean is here. Can I rant real quick, Dean? I'm gonna wait to get the green light. Green for go, red for no. If I can give you a little rant. And this is a T3 live stream. It's a Saturday Q&A, so I feel like I can, and it's my right. But I'll ask you guys. Green for go, red for no, guys. Can we get a green for go or red for no when it comes to my rant? Oh, Dean said yes. All right, we're going for it. And the chat is going green. Everyone's pretty much in agreement. Please tear apart Rolex are not as good as movement according to Spin Jump. That's pretty funny. Everyone's saying green. We're going to look at something here real quick. All right, check this out. This is my little rant. People want me to tear apart. People are saying that I should do another brand assessment where I kind of dunk on these like crappy watchmakers. Here's something I wanted to bring up. This is my little rant. So if we look at my videos, right? G-Shock listened to me and fixed their crappy design, kinda. No one watched that episode for some reason. No, the algorithm is, I'm so not in the algorithm's favor this month. It's insane. Which is weird because 8 days ago, this has 206,000 views 8 days ago. And then look at this. This hasn't broken 10K. This one hasn't broken 10K. This one hasn't broken 10K. This one hasn't broken 10K. It's very rare for my episodes not to break 10,000 views unless it's one of my like YouTube shorts or something. But the algorithm is screwing me this month. But that's not my rant. Here, I wanted to read you some titles. G-Shock listened to me and fixed their crappy design. Kind of. Hodinkee separates more idiots from their money with their latest butthole dial release. 5 of the rarest Rolexes ever made, and you've never heard of them. Guys, if you are watching this right now, please watch this episode. 5 of the rarest Rolexes ever made, and you've never heard of them. Not because I want more views. I would like more views on this, but because these are kind of my favorite types of episodes to do. These like historical lists. And there are some really cool Rolexes that I guarantee you 90% of the people watching right now have never heard of. So please watch that episode. It's just it's like a really cool episode. Then here's another one. Better than Rolex, better than Omega, and under $1,000. Notice made a mistake with this orological trend. New G-Shock Frogman MRG costs how much? Jewish watch dealer complains about Catholic watch. I've stopped buying Seikos for now. Maybe you should too. Baltic watches, overpriced trash or underrated treasure. Watchmakers need to stop doing this. Hey, Linky's in that one. The worst interview Hodinke's ever done. IWC and Bum et Mercier are making the same watch with a $10,000 difference. Did Timex just make a huge mistake? Blah, 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 blah. Here's something I wanted to bring up, all right? The number one critique I get, and it's never like a critique, it's people just like bitching to me. It's never like constructive criticism. It's always like, I don't like this channel because... And the because is that I'm very negative. But these people that are saying I'm very negative are only going off of the title, and they're not caring to watch the episode. So here's what has deterred me from doing those brand assessments that I used to do. So those brand assessments were hilarious because they were honest, but I was like dunking on these watchmakers, right? And people complained that, oh, like he's too harsh, he's too negative, even though those were hilarious episodes to produce. But then whenever I talk about a watch I truly love, like this Pittsman 2. Look at that handsome lad. This Pittsman 2 is insane. You're getting a threaded crown, 150 meter water resistance rating, crazy finishing with these applied indexes, a really nice dynamic dial, great bracelet for just under $1,000. And so the point of this title was to say how you can get a watch that is essentially without the movement. Okay, now this does have a great movement. This has a SW300 Swiss Solita movement, which is like a premium Solita movement. Okay, this watch is comparable to an Omega Aquaterra. Movement aside, it doesn't have a coaxial Omega movement, but it has a great movement, impeccable finishing, great specs for just under $1,000. And this is like competing with the Aquaterra or a Rolex OP. And I truly, truly enjoyed this watch. It's a great watch. But here's the thing. If I ever talk about a watch I'm really impressed by or I like, people are like, oh, Time Teller's sold out. Time Teller's, he's a sellout. He's a shill. But then if I talk about stuff I don't like, they're like, he's too negative. And I know why this is. It's because the majority of watch people out there are very milquetoast. They're very in the middle. They don't want to be polarizing. They want to just stay in the comfortable center, and they don't really want to deviate from that because they're scared of being polarizing, right? I'm not scared of that. So, but it's just funny how people immediately go to either, like, if I like something, I'm a shill and I can't be trusted, or if I dislike something, I'm just like a negative Nancy and I don't want to watch his channel. It's like, well, which one is it, guys? So. Andy says, hello, dear boy. Greetings from London, England. How are you? Congratulations on the king. Or I don't know what you say. Chip, chip, cheerio. Captain Torres says, I mean, they are valid critiques. Are they? Are they valid critiques? That I'm too negative? Because you were the one that told me, I think it was you that told me that you wanted to do another brand assessment making fun of these, like, crappy brands. So am I being, you're a little bit confused there, I think. Which one is it? Sad Matt says, Jory, I buy watches to be little others. How can I be a beta boy soy cuck snob if I buy micro brands? You can't. You're just too Chad. You're just too Chad. If you were micro brand watches, you don't really care about other people's opinions and you're just a total Chad. So it's just, that is what it is. I think you say God save the king. All right, God save the king, brother. Chip, chip, cheerio. Let's have some beans for breakfast. Yes, beans and toast. Why do you guys call... Okay. Okay, this is what's weird. Wait, not the audience? I don't make fun of the audience. I make fun of the watches or the watch brands. I don't comment on the audience. So here's what's confusing about UK English or just English. Not American English, like English. The Queens, if you will. You guys call zucchinis rogettes? And I think you call like eggplant aubergine. And then you call cookies biscuits. And then you call like what we would kind of call biscuits like scones, but our biscuits aren't really scones because scones are something else. So you don't really have a term for like a proper biscuit, because to you, when you say biscuit, you say you mean cookie. And then French fries are chips, but like actual chips are crisps. And then here's the most offensive of them all. A grilled cheese is a cheese toasty. Oh, I'd like to have a cheese toasty, please. What? It's a grilled cheese, and you eat it with some tomato soup from Campbell's. Thank you very much. And then Richard is literally what I was just about to bring up. Richard Calaby just commented, pudding. This confused the heck out of me. When Pink Floyd, we don't need no education. When that teacher, the clip of the teacher saying, "How are you gonna have your pudding if you don't eat your meat?" And I'm like, why do they care about pudding? And then my parents had to explain to me that pudding is a British term just for dessert. So if you're eating like a chocolate chip cookie, guess what? That's pudding. If you're having some ice cream, guess what? That's pudding. If you're having actual pudding, I guess that's pudding also. What the heck? A cheese toasty? No, it is a grilled cheese. It's a grilled cheese with Campbell's tomato soup, and you have God's Caliber 45 ACP with a Colt on your left hip or your right hip. Preferably both. That's how you eat it. Not, oh, I'm gonna put on my red coat, and then I'm gonna slather some beans on toast, then I'm gonna have a cheese toasty, and then after, if I eat it all, I'm gonna have a pudding. Whatever. It's only pudding after the meal, though, mate. All right. I'm learning. Vinay Kumar, can you please ignore the language king words and get to watches? No. Moderators, get rid of him. I talk about whatever I want. I'm sorry, dude. But you should know by now, these live streams aren't just about watches. It's about the viewers and what they like talk to me about. So deal with it. Why do I carry a 45? Because they don't make a 46. Savage. Hell yeah. Rick Green, where's Lee when you need him? He's Welsh, dude. Big iron on his hip. With a big iron on his hip. Love that song, actually. Beans for breakfast, dude. That's, hey. You know what's crazy? This is the biggest diss that I can say to, like, British people. 1776. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. The biggest diss I can give to UK people is that you guys eat beans on toast for breakfast. And in America, if you eat beans on toast, you're, like, homeless. Like, that's like in our like depictions of like hobos, they eat like beans on toast. But in UK it's like, oh, proper, there's a proper brekkie. Captain Torres says, anyway, it's weird, you support me, Captain Torres, by being a channel member, so I really do appreciate you, but then you're like telling me that I'm too negative, and then you're saying anyways, you're trying to change the subject. I don't know if you're a supporter or not. I appreciate it, but I'm just a little confused. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, see, beans on toast is like prison food. Sad Matt, the moderator, he knows what's up. We get real serious about food around here, man. LTQD. Buddy, you're making big noise, playing in the streets, gonna be a big man someday. Got mud on your face, a big disgrace. kicking your can all over the place. Rolex AP Seiko. I enjoy that. I'm gonna record that actually. Would you guys mind if I recorded that? That is great. Sad Masters, he just got misled. Unfortunate, Captain. We got to bring you back to the light side. Aaron's watched this. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was my favorite of the 3 movies. Yeah, I'm planning to see it. Jorge says, hey, Jory, narrowed down my first Grand Seiko search to the Shunburn and the Taisetsu. Oh, sorry, Taisetsu. My bad. I don't really love the Snowflake. Any hidden gems I should look at? I mean, the J14070 reissues are like... I would look at the J14070 reissues. Those are freaking awesome. Mike says, that's it. I'm flagging this live stream for copyright infringement. I know, I sounded just like Freddie Mercury. I sounded just like him. Well, sad Matt, the moderator. Well, Vinay, you better tell us what you like to eat ASAP. If you want to stick around here, you got to tell us what you like to eat. Hey, yo, guys, real quick, just got word from Don Sinacci. If you're going to be in the live stream right now, you got to spam your favorite foods. Tell me your favorite expensive pastas. Tell me your favorite type of salami. Tell me about gabagoo. Yo, guys, spam your favorite foods. Let's upset the people that only want us to talk about watches. Let's upset the people that want to put us in a box. Spam your favorite foods. I will not say a single word until I get at least 10 people telling me their favorite foods. Starting off with Vinay Kumar. He says, I love anything that's vegan and raw, fruits and veggies. Sorry, bro, can't relate. Sad Matt says, put. Amen, brother. Same. You just like me for real. Design Atelier from Aruba. This is food talk right now, Design Atelier, so please tell us your favorite food or else we will not continue the live stream. Mudson says, Baked Ziti. Hey, we got some expensive pasta. Mike Certified T3 Bot says, pizza. BVMF Certified T3 Bot says, I like rice and beans with spam and eggs. Sounds bomb, honestly. No, says pizza. Mudson also says chocolate mousse. Peter says not enough room to do that. Yeah, I know. Well, tell me one of your favorite. Captain Torres Certified T3 says spam. I actually love spam. Spam and rice is really good. Mike Kalustian Certified T3 and moderator says foie gras. I'm fancy that way. It is very good. I understand why people don't like to eat it because the mistreatment of the ducks and how they're like literally force fed, but it just tastes so good that I don't really care. Can I say that? I'm just kidding, guys. Not really. Bread says pizza. Apatheticate. Very cool name, by the way. Biscuits and gravy. See, that's proper biscuits. None of this UK red coat Tory bleep. I almost swore and I forgot that. We don't do editing in real time. Dean says pizza with pineapple. Oh, don't get me started on that, guys. Do not get me started on that. If someone asks me a question about that, then I'll go on a rant, but I'm not going to rant right now. Liam says haggis. Hello. Jody from Just One More Watch. Love that guy. Island Vibe says steak. Same. New York cut. New York strip is my favorite cut. I mean, New York strip, medium rare. Best cut, in my opinion. AJ says, ass, dude. Same. He just like me for real. He just like me for real. EM Certified T3 says, how about Serrano ham? I prefer spam. Nishal says pizza. Clockwork Certified T3 says mac and cheese. Hey, we got some expensive pasta. Tax cut nachos with Velveeta. George Gloomy says Würstchen. That's too German for me, bro. Jorge, nothing like steak. Amen. Sean Parker, bacon. Whole plate of it. Yep. Bog Body, cheap boiled all beef hot dogs. I'm more of a Hebrew National kind of guy, but why not boil them? Psycho Foo says steak, rare of course. Lone Wolf, steak. Bread. Craig, mom's meatloaf. Wedding Crashers, expert. All right, guys. Well, that was a very nice food chat. Thank you. Can we get a round of applause in the chat? Thank you so much. It's impeccable. And we didn't even really get into junk food. I'm impressed. Real quick, last one. Carlos Aguila says, a fat bowl of good spaghetti, ragu or bolognese, or carbonara. We got some expensive pasta. Pastrami sandwich from Katz. Very good if you're on the East Coast in New York, the Big Apple. And if you're in LA, come to Langer's. Langer's has incredible Reubens here. It's in a very bad part of town, though, so probably go during the day and still be careful. Sad Matt Certified Teeth Rot says, and moderator says, that's because Filipinos are God tier, Jollibee for life. Absolutely love Jollibee. That Filipino spaghetti, it's so sweet, so bad for you. Absolutely love it. Now I want to get it tonight. Dang it. Dang it. Now I want that Filipino spaghetti tonight. Oof, I shouldn't. Random Rob, just tuned in. Now I'm hungry. Screw that. Gonna drink this meal. Mudson, gotta get some latkes. Hey, man. Can't go wrong with a good latke. Rick Green saw there was a Coronation-specific foods put on the market in the UK. One of the big sellers was shrimp-flavored crisps. Pinoy spaghetti. Dude, I Filipino spaghetti is something else, dude. The sauce is sweet, but there's also savory aspects, and it has hot dogs in it. It's like, dude, you're gonna put hot dogs in the freaking spaghetti and put it in some sweet tomato sauce and feed it to me? I'm gonna eat that whole freaking thing. That sounds delicious. And it is. Jory streams always make me hungry. Yeah, it's because everything devolves. It starts from watches and then it just devolves into food and then eventually specifically junk food. We haven't gotten there yet. Anyway, great job. The food chat was impeccable this week. ASMR mukbang. We'd have to do a poll to see where... Dude, are mukbangs even big anymore on YouTube? Can someone confirm or deny that? Oh, that banana ketchup. The banana ketchup is next level. Can someone like confirm or deny that mukbangs are even big anymore on YouTube? I don't know. Are people still doing that? Maybe on Twitch or something? What's worse, kale or homage watches? Kale. I cannot stand kale. There are some homages that I like. There's never any kale that I will ever eat. It's terrible. Both of my aunts actually are vegan because one like indoctrinated the other one, and so they eat like a lot of kale, and every time they feed me kale stuff, I'm like, so good. But in my head, I'm like, so Peter says kale done right is really good. That may be the case, and maybe I haven't had it prepared properly. However, that is one of the most annoying responses when you tell someone that you don't like a certain food. I've experienced this numerous times, not with kale. Whenever I say I don't like kale, most people just accept it. They're like, Specifically when it comes to eggplant. Eggplant is probably my least favorite food on earth, I think. Eggplant is terrible. It should not be edible. It should be illegal. Eggplants should be relegated as being like a euphemism for a pee-pee when you're like sending an emoji. Spam some eggplant emojis in the comment section, please. Chat, go crazy. But every time people are like, oh, would you like some eggplant parmesan or eggplant lasagna? It's like, dude, why ruin two of my like most favorite foods by giving me like a worse version of it? It's like you take chicken parmesan, delicious, expensive pasta, and you take lasagna, some beautiful, expensive pasta, and then you give me a downgraded version with eggplant instead of meat? Get the heck out of it. Forget about it. Dude, I can't stand that. And every time I say, people will ask me, like, oh, how do you feel about eggplant? And I always tell them, I hate eggplant. I do not like it. It's mushy. Doesn't matter if you fry it. It is terrible. It is disgusting. And people say, oh, well, you just haven't had it prepared properly. Bitch, I've had it every single freaking way you can prepare it. I'm like Doctor Strange over here looking at every possible reality, eyes rolled back, like, and I've had literally every version of eggplant you can have, and it is terrible. Eggplant's the worst. Tax Cut agrees with me. That's all I care about. Peter says eggplant tastes to me like it's poisonous. Hey, seems like all of us, anti-eggplant gang. IEG, anti-eggplant gang. 0 eggplant season. Let's go. Get it out of here. The food teller live stream. That's right. And we're almost done with the live stream, which is hilarious. We've just been talking. It's been like 70-30 watch talk versus food talk. Eggplant salad can be good Romanian style. I'll take your word for it, bro, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to try it. So, go crazy. You can go brazy. You can have it. For me, nah. Dean, certified teeth rot, says, made right means prepared so you do not taste the base food anyway. Example, smothered in cheese. Exactly. Yes. It's like, oh, you just haven't had it prepared correctly. You haven't had it with enough BS on it so that you can't taste it. True. But like if you put it in a lasagna and there's layers of stuff to cover it up and I still don't like it because partially it's a texture thing. You can't ever get it to be a decent texture. It's not mushy enough to be like mashed potatoes, and it's not together enough to get a nice bite or chew out of it. It's just this in-between mushy, soggy mess of it doesn't have a strong taste, but what it tastes of is bad. Link agrees. We don't eat that stuff around here. Not in this house. Get out of this. I put eggplant in my smoothies. Bro, straight to jail. Check this man's hard drive, bro. FBI. I know you're listening. Check this man's hard drive. That's true. I am in trouble with the algorithm already. 8 days ago, one of my episodes gets over 200,000 views, and then like the 2 episodes I've put out since then don't break 10K. It's like, what did I do, Susan? Susan, in charge of YouTube, the overlord. What did I do to you? Was it all the anime girls that I put in all my episodes? Whatever, deal with it. I ain't stopping. Can't stop. Won't stop. Bad boys for life. So you don't like squash? No, because squash isn't great, but it's also not nearly as bad as eggplant. That's what I will say. Whereas Link, he's like climbing on stuff behind me. He's just being a little crazy. I don't know who's in charge of YouTube right now, honestly. But whoever it is, come on. Get your bleep straight. I don't know who's in charge of YouTube. All I know is my freaking creator plaque came with a letter from Susan being like, "Hey, congratulations, Time Teller." It's like, cool. I bet you send this to everyone. And that's the joke they do. And well, if you reach the threshold. This is the food teller live stream. I already read that. I have the Akribos AK-1071. Let's see. He's asking me if this is a good watch. I can't read your name because it's using Arabic. But let's see. Akribos. I've never heard of this watchmaker. Seems to be like a Amazon type brand. Display fashion extravagance. So here's what I will say. Watchmakers that I've never heard of that use this type of copy, like the ad copy, is bad. Elegant gift packaging. Red flag. Display fashion extravagance. Red flag. For the man looking to feel and look luxurious, high-end best, these designer watches take style to the next level. So this is a fashion watch, bro. It's just a straight up fashion watch. I haven't held this watch. Sporty dial with printed Arabic numerals, fully integrated triple row end link, multifunctional sub dials with date window, dual time zone, 3 atmosphere water resistance rating. It's a 43 by 45. Classic quartz movement. It says classic quartz movement here. Mineral crystal. If you enjoy the watch, then it's cool. My opinion, I would not wear this watch because I don't really know enough about it. It could surprise me for $68. I mean, if it works and it feels solid, then go for it. I just kind of am weary about these kinds of watches. But if you enjoy it, dude, that's all that matters. What's the price on that? $68.42. Andy says, my 2 Sphinx cats, Sir Cuthbert and Lady Barrington Smith, say hi. How very proper of you. Linky's here. He says hello. He's been saying hello. You've heard him. $68 is reasonable. I mean, it could be worse. I don't know if this watch is even worth $68, but it could be worse if it was more expensive. Is it good? I don't know. I wouldn't wear this watch though. The specs are not like, I don't know enough. It says classic quartz movement. I don't know what that means. I don't know how the watch feels. Let me look at some of the stuff. This does it visually, it doesn't appeal to me. That's what I'll say. Visually doesn't appeal to me. Sad Matt. For $68, I'd spend that money at a truck stop for some good old-fashioned dysentery. Great comment. Love it. Love it. That's true. Tax cut. I would probably spend that 68 towards like a G-Shock or like any of the Timexes that I've mentioned on this channel. The Ironman, the Expeditions, there's a ton. Captain Torres, it's probably not a Miyota, actually. This is probably not a Miyota movement. I'm almost sure of it. Miyota movements are actually expensive in comparison to all the Chinese small modules that they have. There are Chinese companies that mass produce very small module quartz movements that they're all plastic based, like crazy cheap. I am almost positive it's probably not a Miyota. It's probably something Chinese and very cheap. Okay, this is going to be the last thing before I shut this stream down. Titan Edge. Is there like a reference number? Titan Edge watch. This one's actually interesting. One second. Which watch trend do I hate and like the most? I think I hate these like butthole dials that are going around and the like whole industrial thing. Which trend do I like the most? What watch trend do I like the most, guys? Maybe the fact that a lot of watchmakers are coming down like below the 40 millimeter, and I have big wrists, but I think I just like 40 slash sub 40 millimeter watches, and I think it's cool to see some a lot more watchmakers in this modern era go smaller. I think that's cool. So Vinay mentioned these Titan watches. I guess they're from India. This is cool just because it has like a inlaid dial, right? Like the time telling dial is like inlaid within the watch. I think that's cool. But again, I know nothing about this. How much is this? $200? You know, there's a lot of options for $200 out there. That's what I will say. Yeah, maybe I'll have to pick one up. I'll pick one up and review it. Interesting. But guys, thank you so much. We've been here for over an hour. This, I guess we did kind of a watch, then food, then watch thing, which that's usually not how it works. It's usually like watches, and then at the end, it just devolves into food. We didn't even talk about junk food today, which is crazy. We're talking about like eggplant. Screw eggplant. Yo, anti-eggplant league. Let's go. All right, guys. What do I always tell you at the end of my live streams? Get out of your comfort zone. Tell someone you love them. Tell yourself you love yourself, excuse me. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. And yeah, just chill, be happy. Don't take anything too seriously, but at the same time, take everything very seriously. I know it's kind of nuanced. You should care about the important things and then kind of forget about everything else. And it's up to you to discern what is important to you and what isn't. That's my advice. All right, guys. I love you. I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Little dab at the end there. All right, guys. I will catch you on, well, the members. You're going to be seeing a members episode soon. I think we might upload either today or tomorrow. And then